Hey, happy Monday, everybody. It's Dave Juno, and just do another YouTube video. Um, and I'm going to share this, I'm going to share this out on Facebook as well. I know I did two videos on SSDI. So I wanted to do another video. I did two, because those two were kind of quick. So I really don't want to get I really didn't want to. I didn't don't want to. I want to go more in depth. Okay, and it really. I've been thinking about doing this for a couple of days, and because of brain fog with Meniere's disease, I forgot until I got a calendar from my lawyer today in the mail, and I went, "Oh yeah, I got to make that video." So first, for those of you who are applying for SSDI or SSD or SSI or SSA, whatever they call it, there's all kinds of different ones, I guess. Usually it's SSDI and SSA. So, if you're going for either one of those, you should have first, before you even apply, you got to talk to your doctor. And it's very important that your doctor is in step with you on you collecting Social Security disabilities. Okay, some doctors don't, and if you don't tell them, they start getting things from Social Security or from, let's say, your lawyer, if you hire a lawyer first, and they're like, "What is this?" So they don't answer it, or they answer it incorrectly. On my long-term disability that I had with my company, it wasn't renewed because of a physician assistant made a mistake. Instead, I went back to work. I could go back to work the day after I had labronectomy surgery. No, and no matter how many times we tried to correct it, Aetna or whatever they are now, the Hartford would not appeal, would not give me my benefits. They can't shut me out. So, and that was just a mistake. And the guy apologized, the physician assistant, they all apologized. And that was great. I'm glad they did, but it doesn't help me in the long run. So you got to get in line with your doctor first. You got to talk to your doctor and say, "Hey, listen, I'm out so many times with vertigo, or I'm having drop attacks, or I'm having all these problems. I'm thinking about applying for Social Security disability benefits. What do you think that would be a good thing for me?" 9 out of 10 times, your doctor's going to say, "Yeah, you should do that. You shouldn't be working." And that's 9 out of 10 times. And I'm sorry, I'm touching my glasses. They're new, so I'm trying to get used to them. So I've had them on and off all day. So that's the first thing you got to do. You got to make sure your doctors are in line. In my case, I got lucky. I had two doctors that were in line with me to not work anymore. My primary care doctor and my ENT. The ENT is more important, but the primary care is just as important. So I had two doctors on my saying it. And you know what? I got denied twice. And the third time I had to do a phone hearing. But you got to get doctors lined up so they know what you're doing. Because, like I said, they see paperwork flying on the table. Those guys are busy. Let's face it. And everybody knocks the doctor. Oh, they don't know anything about Meniere's, and they don't. And these doctors have thousands of patients. They can't remember everybody individually. So you got to get there okay so they can mark it on the notes so we get something from disability. And that was something I did from the beginning before I even applied. And they both agreed. The next thing is keep all your medical records. Keep all your medical records because Social Security is going to call your doctor's office or fax them or email them, and they're going to want your medical records. But sometimes things slip through the cracks. So you want to keep all your medical records. Make sure you keep all your medical records. 3, make a journal. If you are just being diagnosed with Meniere's, or any vertigo, keep a record of your attacks in a journal. I still use this journal because it still helps my doctors. I still get vertigo attacks. So they're pretty sure that the Meniere's is in the right ear now. So this is another thing that's going to save you. Make a journal, make a record, record all your attacks, and make copies of it. That's the other thing. Make copies of it, and I'll tell you why. Because Social Security is going to see that. If you make copies of all the attacks you have, let's say you have 5, 6, 7 attacks a month, Social Security is going to see that you got a journal, you're keeping records, and they're going to go, okay, this guy, we got medical records, we got letters from the doctor, and he's got a journal of his attacks. This guy can't work. So you might have a good success rate doing it the first time, getting it the first time. Okay, make sure you got all that. Now you get your medical records, you get your journal, you got all this way things. There's 3 ways that you can do this. There's a company called Allsup. You can go to Allsup, ALLSUP.com. No, I'm not trying to make business for them. That's who I used. And they will walk you through the process. They will walk you through the process of filling out the forms online. You can, scan your documents, scan your journal to them, and they'll help you. They'll walk you through the whole thing, okay? And then they'll submit it. Or you can do it yourself online by going to SSA.gov. You can do it yourself online, and you can scan all that stuff into your computer and do it that way. You can go to the Social Security office. I don't know with COVID if they're open. I know earlier this year they weren't, and so I had to do everything online. But you can go to the Social Security office if they're open. You can call your local office, and they will help you apply, and bring your journal, because they'll make copies of it. Bring your medical records, that way they have them, even though they're going to ask your doctor for them too. So, what we're doing right now is we're backtracking, okay? We're covering ourselves, okay? Because they want to make sure you're not lying, because there's a lot of people that lie. It's just the nature of the beast. That's why we get denied usually the first time, because there's a lot of people that they work the system. The lawyer that I had, he told me, he goes, these people know how to work the system better than I do, and I'm a lawyer, and I win 97% of my cases, and these guys work the system better than I know it. So you're going to apply for all that, and you're going to wait about 4 months, and you're either going to get, okay, this is it, you got it, you're approved, or you're going to get not approved, not enough information, or doctor declined, or we didn't get this, we didn't get that. Now you appeal, and you do the same process that I just mentioned the first time. You either go down to the Social Security office with your stuff, call a company like Allsup.com, okay, who will walk you through that second appeal, or at that point you get a lawyer, and you have the lawyer help you fill out all that stuff for Social Security online or in paperwork, and the lawyer knows more about the Social Security laws than anybody else. So usually I would say get a lawyer before you even apply, but if you want to wait till the second time, that's okay. Now you go through the whole thing all over again. The doctors, they go through the whole rigmarole with another set of people look at it, and they either approve it or they decline it. Now you appeal a third time. Now it's a hearing. Now that's what I went through, was a hearing. And Allsup was the one who got me the lawyer. But you're going to need a lawyer for the hearing. So you didn't get a lawyer the first time you applied. You didn't get a lawyer the second time you applied. You need to get a third lawyer, because this third lawyer, this next thing is a hearing. Now, with COVID, hearings are being done over the phone. And it's very easy. It's not hard at all. It's about 20 minutes to a half hour. Well, depending upon the judge. I had a really good judge. But a company like Allsup, they're going to get the lawyer for you. And the lawyer they get is somebody who literally has a 96 to 97% success rate. But when you get to a hearing, you want to get to a lawyer, because once you're doing the hearing, either it's phone or in front, the judge is trying now to see if you're actually telling the truth. So if you write on a form that you quit drinking 2 years ago, let's say, okay, or you quit drinking, okay, or you don't drink, and the judge says, okay, when was the last time you had a drink? If it was 2 years ago, you say August 13th, 2018. Okay, you got to remember that date, because they want to make sure you're not lying. So, do you drink now? No, I do not. Okay, don't go back into past histories. When you're in front of a judge, quick answers: yes, sir; no, sir; yes, ma'am; no, ma'am; yes, your honor is probably the best thing to say, and that's what I said. Yes, your honor; no, your honor. When was the last time you had a drink? August 13th, 2018. Are you currently drinking right now? No, I am not, your honor. Oh, congratulations. Thank you, your honor. Be very polite, but tell the truth. Okay? Do you smoke marijuana? No. If that's the answer you wrote on the form for your appeal, for your first thing, when you first applied to your appeals, you better have that same answer. No, I don't. Okay? Because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for discrepancies. Then, this is when comes into a really big with a judge. Okay? The judge was so impressed that I kept a journal. And she wrote me a very nice letter saying, I approved you for full benefits, and I was going to approve you anyways, but the journal was the thing that got me. You kept meticulous records. You wrote down all your attacks, and to present that to me was just, okay, this guy can't work. He's having 4, 5, 6 attacks a week. He's writing it down. So the judge was extremely impressed. The lawyer was really impressed. And he's like, do you mind if I tell my clients to keep a journal? I'm like, no, please do it, If it's going to help you. If you want to give me a little kickback after, fine. But joking. But I said, yeah, go ahead. But seriously, that's going to save you once you get to a hearing. But you got to be polite. Don't overtalk the lawyer. Let the lawyer talk when the lawyer's talking. Let him lawyer. Let him lawyer. Let him talk to the judge. They're speaking their legalese, and you're not going to know what they're saying. Don't interrupt. Don't say what, this, that. Don't keep your mouth shut. Probably his parents said as a kid, don't talk unless you talk to. Unless somebody's talking to you. Okay? And these three things all wrapped up together, you should be able to get your Social Security benefits for Meniere's disease. I know Meniere's disease is on that list of automatic approval, but unfortunately, you don't get approved. The first time, you're lucky if you got approved the first time. Second time, that's good. It's usually second time. Third time, yeah, they generally, I know some people that have gotten rejected when they went to a hearing and had to wait 2 years for an appeal of that hearing to have another hearing. So, these are things that are going to help you in getting SSDI or SSD or whatever, or SSA. It's SSA. I've got to keep saying it. It's SSA. These are things that are going to help you. And some of these things were not my original ideas. This journal was not my original idea. Okay, and I'm not going to take credit for it. it was my friend Gina Kalitz, who I co-founded Meniere's and Vertigo Without Borders with. It was her, she told me because she did it. So I listened to her, and it worked. It worked for my benefit. So, you know, I'm also talking from experience, but I also talk because people have advised me, and Gina's a good friend of mine, and she's always advised me when it came to something with Meniere's, even disability. She's been a tremendous help. And I kind of want to pass that off to people on YouTube and other Meniere's groups. Let's face it, you know, I see a lot of, I go through the groups and I do see questions about SSDI. Oh, I've been denied, I've been this, I've been that. Listen, I can't tell you why you were denied, but I can tell you what will make it more in favor for you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm helping. So on that note, I will talk to you all later. My name is Dave Juno. This channel is called The Wonderful World of Dave. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it, and you'll get notifications from when I make a video and you can watch them. There is going to, like I said, it's not going to be all Meniere's. I did post something with, I do photo work as well, so I did post something with some music and pictures, and we'll probably be doing some funny skits. And, you know, in the springtime, I like to do fishing, so if I can get somebody to hold a camera for me, I am usually pretty animated when I go fishing. You will hear me scream, you will hear me do the Ric Flair, woo, as I'm pulling one big in, and sometimes like the F word comes out too. So, so on that note, I hope you guys all have a great day, and until the next time, I'll see you later. My name is Dave Juno. Take care.